It's Juan again from Physique Transformation Academy. Today we're chatting about training biceps. The main movement for training biceps are going to be curls. There's different variations like barbell curls, cable curls, dumbbell curls, machine curls. Today we're going to see a few of those different ones. The main thing to remember, when isolating a muscle, you want to stabilize everything as much as possible. So when training biceps, you want to think stabilize your core, stabilize your hips, stabilize your upper back, stabilize your shoulders, because we don't want a bunch of joints moving at once. It's very, very common that you see people grab the 60, 70, 80-pound dumbbells and throw their weight around like this. This isn't isolating the biceps, and this can lead to injury. So what you want to remember, again, chest nice and high, shoulder blades back and down slightly, keep them nice and stable, and the only movement that should be going on is from the elbow down to your hand. Contract, stretch, contract, stretch. Now, depending on what variation you're using, it will accentuate the different heads of the biceps. You will also work different fibers in different ways depending on where the elbow is. For example, if you are doing a preacher curl, that elbow is going to be out in front of your body, so you're going to be working this range a little bit more, the fully short position of the bicep. Whereas if you're doing something like an incline curl, where you're leaning back slightly and the elbow is behind your body, you're going to be working that stretch a little bit more. It's good to add different variations of these, but most of the principles are going to be the same.
When you're doing curls, there's going to be many different machines and different variations that are available to you, but they all involve the same premise. It's going to be movement between the elbow and the hand in a curling motion. Now, as usual, you want to stabilize the body as much as possible, from the hips to the core to the upper back, and you want to transfer that force properly to the movement in order to fully target the biceps. Now, what's going to make a big difference in what part of the bicep you're training is going to be your elbow position. Your bicep has two heads, the long head and the short head. The further out your elbows are in front of you, like for example doing a preacher curl, is going to involve a little bit more of the short head, or what a lot of people like to call the bicep peak. The further behind that elbow is in relation to your torso, the more the long head. Now, it's not like you can turn one on and turn one off completely, but it does influence them slightly. At the end of the day, you want to fully work the biceps through doing different exercises in order to maximize this. So I always personally like to have a stretch exercise, a full contraction exercise, and maybe a mid-range exercise. As you come up, you want to turn your pinky in and squeeze as hard as possible.